Ever wondered how to make your HTTP requests more streamlined and consistent in your projects? The answer lies in the Signum.js HTTP module. This ingenious tool is a thin wrapper around the isomorphic HTTP library Axios. It's designed to unify responses, making your HTTP requests more efficient and consistent across your development projects. Imagine the possibilities when your requests are not just sent, but also received in a harmonized manner. Let's dive into the installation process to get started. Installation of the Signum.js HTTP module is quite straightforward. All you need is the Node Package Manager, or NPM, installed on your machine. If you prefer, you can also use yarn. To install, simply type npm-i at signum.js/httpe in your terminal. This command tells NPM to install the Signum.js HTTP module. Once installed, you can begin using the HTTP module. It's a thin wrapper around the isomorphic HTTP library Axios, unifying responses for consistent use. To make a request, first create a client using the ATP client factory. To illustrate, let's say we're creating a client for api.coingecko.com. The createTP client method takes the base URL as its argument, in this case. Next, make your request with the relative URL. For instance, to get data about Signum, we'd use Signum tickers, false community data, false developer data, false market data, true as our relative URL. With that, you've successfully installed the Signum.js HTTP module. Now let's put it to use. With the Signum.js HTTP module installed, it's time to put it into action. This module is a thin layer around the isomorphic HTTP library Axios. What it does is unify responses, making its usage consistent. Let's walk through a basic usage example. We have an asynchronous function here named checkSignumTicker. Within this function, we first create a client using the TPE client factory from the HTTP module. In this case, we are connecting to the CoinGecko API, a popular cryptocurrency market data source. Now we can make our request with the relative URL. We're looking for specific market data about Signum, hence the specific string passed to the get method. Next, we're logging the current price of Signum in Bitcoin, US dollars, and euros. The response object contains all the information returned by the API, and we're extracting and logging the current prices in different currencies. But what if something goes wrong? That's where our try-catch block comes in. If the request fails, the error is of an ARTPERA type. The catch block will handle this error, logging it to the console. This way you can understand what went wrong and fix it. This example demonstrates a basic HTTP request, but remember, the HTTP module's capabilities extend much further. And there you have it, a successful HTTP request using the Signum.js HTTP module. As you can see, the Signum.js HTTP module simplifies and unifies your HTTP requests. It's a thin wrapper around the isomorphic HTTP library Axios, providing a consistent use experience. Installing it is as simple as using npm or yarn, and basic usage involves creating a client using the factory and making requests with relative URLs. The module even handles errors for you. With the Signum.js HTTP module, you're well equipped to handle your HTTP requests in a more unified and consistent way. Happy coding!